Everybody, I'm back and I'm doing a book review on the first book of the Chronicles of Nick series by Sherrilyn Kenyon slash McQueen. As you can see, this is a book I've gotten from the library. This is like my third copy of buying the book because my first two got destroyed when we had floods in my house. Anyway, so I found these at the local library sale, so I just picked it up. Now, let's get into it. This book came out in 2010. It is a young adult series. Now, I will say this, the Chronicles of Nick series is kind of like a spin-off of the Dark Hunter series. And the Dark Hunter series has like over 30 books, I believe. Nick is one of the side characters in the book, but he's a beloved character. And I love the fact that Sherrilyn Kenyon gave Nick his own series. Now, the premise of the Chronicles of Nick book, the first book, as you can see, is called Infinity. Okay. Nick is a 14-year-old boy, extremely poor. He's raised by a single mother who's got to do what she's got to do to survive. His mother was very, very young when she had Nick. I believe she was like 14. I believe his mom's 28, so Nick's 14. So there's like a 14 year age difference between the two of them. Nick adores his mother. He will do anything for her. He gets in so much trouble because people disrespect his mother. I don't know many teenage boys that would go through what Nick goes through for their mother because they don't realize what their single mothers have to do to support them. Nick realizes it. He's never really been coddled from the hardships of their life. Like, he knows. Now, Nick being really poor, he goes to a private school where he got in because he's brilliant. Nick is so smart. But he gets bullied because, he can't afford the new clothes and the new shoes, and he wears things secondhand, which, if it's hard for a boy to deal with that. But he takes it in stride with his sharp wit, and he just swallows it down. I will say that Nick has made some good friends, has some good influences in his life, and he has some bad influences in his life. So I would definitely recommend, if you haven't read this series, definitely read it, but you have to read them in order. Because it's a book series where you find out bits and pieces. And if you read the Dark Hunter series, then you pick up little certain nuances and you're like, oh, that's how that connects. So that is my book review of non-spoilers. Now, I'm going to get into some spoilers. So if you don't want to hear any spoilers, just click off, do what you got to do, and I hope to see you in the next review. So, like I said, Nick, spoiler, at 3:35. Okay, so Nick is a young boy, like I was saying, and he discovers that the paranormal is real. And he's like, I never believed in that. Well, in this book, his friend Modoc invented a game that turned everyone into zombies. Living zombies, but zombies. And Nick is fighting them off. Now, I will say this. Nick discovers that the people in his life are not what they seem. He, gets in trouble for defending his mom's honor. And, his mom's busting his balls because as a mother, she sees where she knows his full potential. And she knows any mistake he makes could derail that. And she's hard on him. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. She is super strict on him. She's hard on him because basically of his father, the sense of his father. We'll get into that in the other books. So, Nick has two adult friends named Bubba and Mark. These two characters kill me. But the funny thing is, they are contradictions. Bubba and Mark are wicked smart, but you think they're the dumbest rednecks around. So, Nick and Bubba and all them have to, defeat the zombies that Modug make. Well, come to find out, Nick, unbeknownst to him and his mother, is part demon. He's part a demon called Malachi. And this demon is supposed to be the baddest demon in the land. Everybody wants him, everybody wants his power. So you find out Nick's dad has sent Nick to have a protector. And he's like, look, I want you to train my son. And he's like, okay, but how are you making me train him, but I can't use what's coming after him to teach him? And his father's like, basically, figure it out. Well, the thing is, and the protector's name is Caleb. And you find out Caleb's a demon also. Caleb's like, yo, it almost seems like your father loves you. Man, like, Adarian, that's Nick's father's name, Adarian. Seems like Adarian, you love Nick, but that's not possible. You don't know anything about love. So supposedly the Malachites are like the foulest creatures out there, but they're immensely powerful. And I'm going to leave the review like that. This book is packed with action, a little bit of suspense, but mostly action. I don't want to give too much away because I've already read the book series, so I'm just kind of like rereading it, and I'm actually listening to it to pick up some other details. I found that if I listen to the audiobook, I hear a lot that I miss because I speed read. But that's where we're at with this book. And I will give a little spoiler. Nick finds out that... Nope, I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to just leave it like that. Let you read the book. I've given you like a nice little teasers, but it's definitely a good book. We know the paranormal exists. We know Nick is a demon. He's got demon friends. And we're wondering why his father loves him. And there's a fly flying around in my room. I don't know what's going on. All right, guys. Have a good one, and I will talk to you later. Bye.